So you're on a whistle-stop tour of planet Earth to tell people about Frozen 2.
That's what we're doing.
All right, let's first of all pick up from where Frozen left off. So 6 years ago, Frozen, $1.3 billion and counting. Is it cash still coming in? It must be, I suppose, mustn't it?
They don't let us know.
I don't really know.
We don't know.
You gave yourself an 18-month break from the franchise, and then what was the first day back at work like 4.5 years ago now, first of all, Chris?
First day back at work. Well, we did a short called Frozen Fever, and that kind of got us excited again about the characters because we weren't planning on doing another sequel right away. At all. And then we saw the characters, they were being animated again, and we saw them come to life, and we looked at each other and we went, I miss these guys, and we miss the world and the whole thing. So that's when we started really seriously thinking about trying to do another one.
Okay, so how does that process begin?
Well, it begins very naively, I think, is what I've realized. We knew there were all these questions. Why does Elsa have powers? Why doesn't Anna? What happened to their parents? We were getting a lot of people asking us, and we were like, oh, that sounds exciting. Let's do a lot of research. Let's just play. This will be fun. We'll have more time. And then we literally, I think, got lost in the woods ourselves many times. And it was an incredible experience, but it certainly, I think, pushed us further than we ever have gone before
honestly?
Ourselves. Yeah. It was, it was a tough one to crack.
Chris, did you have a sort of time scale in mind? Because it's taken 4.5 years. Did you think it was going to be?
Oh, they all take about four to 5 years.
Is that what they are?
All the animated movies, almost everyone I've worked on takes about that. Yeah,
just
it's a long
2 years
haul.
of
It's a marathon.
Is the production and animation, and that you can't really go shorter.
So when did you decide on going B4? Because you've said sequel, but it's a prequel, isn't it? Really? It's a mix.
It's a mix. Yeah, it starts. It does start in the past and incorporate the past, but it does pick up 3 years after the first film.
All right.
And most of the film is driving forward from there, but we do investigate the past a lot and start in the past.
Okay. Okay. And when did you decide that was the? When did you Did you think it was going to be interesting to find out where all these powers came from? Do you think let's show that?
Yeah, we thought that was the thing that we were most interested in, and in doing that journey, we started uncovering a lot of crazy things about Anna and Elsa we didn't realize, like Anna was a classic fairy tale character, non-magical in a magical world, optimistic. Elsa was a mythic figure, magical and carrying the weight of the world. And as we were shaping it, we started realizing that there was this, as we were looking for her past and the connection to the past, we were really finding her real connection to nature and Earth, and it became mythic.
Right, well, this one over here, your target audience, 3 kids, okay, and she loves it. She cried 3 times. You want to see it on Tuesday?
Went to see it on Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. Come on then. These are the people responsible for it.
On the edge of my seat. I absolutely loved it. I was so worried that it wouldn't live up to the original, because I went to see the original when my eldest was in reception, so he was 5, and I remember taking him. He's now 10, going on 11, and I've just loved it for the last 6 years, and I just thought, can it really live up to the genius that the first one was? And I think it's even better.
Oh, wow,
I cried 3 times, on the edge of my seat with tension. The water horse that Elsa rides is just the most beautiful sequence. Olaf is still incredibly funny when he does his 60-second mashup explainer of how we got here. And even Kristoff's sort of 90s boy band ballad. There's so much in it. It's just brilliant.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, it was a It's been a crazy ride. It's exciting because now, 3 weeks ago we just finished it. So to hear that the world's seeing it, there's a lot of butterflies.
It's funny too. It's great to hear that it's better than the first one, but we also say, what was wrong with the first one?
No.
Well, that's such an artist's reaction, though, isn't it?
So typical.
The insecurity comes out, of course.
But what's great about it, what I really appreciated, was that Anna, when she's helped by Kristoff, it's not that she's some helpless girl who needs a handsome man to fix everything for her. He helps her because he's part of her team, and there is that very strong energy between her and her sister, and it's very much the two of them sorting it out. And yes, other people are involved in that, but there's a lot of sort of girl power message in this, even down to the clothes they're wearing. And was there a lot of chat about that in the production?
Well, it was very practical, though, to say. Last film, they were fleeing their kingdom in absolutely the wrong clothes because they were on the run. But they're going to an enchanted forest. They know they have huge obstacles. They're going to wear pants.
They're going to wear trousers.
They're not going to be doing, excuse me, and lifting their skirts. So that was a big thing. But thank you. I think for us, with the first film, we didn't know if people wanted to watch a film about sisters, 2 sisters. And we got a lot of pushback even back then. People forget, but you know, it was a little more like, who wants to see this? And then thanks to the way people have embraced it with this one, we really got to double down on that relationship. We're really proud of these two women. I think they blow us away in what they're capable of, things we didn't even know that they could do. But being able to center on them and not try to fill it with bells and whistles, but as you said, have the other characters support them and really watch them sort of find their place in this world was the anchor for us, I think.
And when you've had a massive hit like Let It Go from the first one, how much pressure is there to write something like Into the Unknown for the second one?
There's no pressure. There's none.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
none. No, I mean, a lot of the pressure we put on ourselves, it's in the story room. And every movie, you know, we work and work and work and work those movies to try to make them as great as they can be. So it's more that. We did have to kind of tune out the world because there was so much what people liked. And so many people liked different things, and they also wanted to see our characters do some things in this next one that we just thought perhaps not.
Yeah,
So
you said if you go from no expectations in the first one to impossible expectations, the only way through that is to not look at either and to just do Bobby and Kristen, free them. Don't try to make a Let It Go. Make what's right for Elsa. In this moment, it's an active song. It's like she's not just rebelling and going, you know, and saying, I'll stay up here alone in a ice palace. She's going and demanding that she act and give her gift to the world. And that's exactly where she needed to go. So we really just kept it about that, knowing that we can't, the zeitgeist part of it would dilute what we wanted to do.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.